If you're over 40 and your clothes still read like campus casual, that's why the attention isn't landing. Attraction at this stage isn't about youth, it's about presence. Today, I'll show you the small switches that signal confidence, quality, and ease, so you look mature in the most attractive way, not older. The foundation: what women find sexy in mature men. Before we dive into specific style choices, let's address something crucial that most men over 40 don't understand. What women consider sexy in mature men is fundamentally different from what they find attractive in younger men. Understanding this shift is the key to dressing in ways that actually create attraction, rather than working against it. When women talk about sexy mature men, they consistently mention qualities like confidence, sophistication, competence, and the kind of settled masculinity that comes with experience. They're attracted to men who seem comfortable with who they are, who understand quality over quantity, and who project authority without arrogance. This means the clothing choices that make you attractive at 40+ are about enhancing these mature qualities rather than trying to recreate youthful energy or following trends designed for much younger demographics. Women can immediately tell when a mature man is trying to dress younger than his age, and it typically has the opposite effect of what he's hoping for. Confidence is the ultimate attractor, and your clothing should enhance your natural confidence rather than making you self-conscious or feel like you're wearing a costume. When your clothes feel like a natural extension of your personality and lifestyle, that authenticity is magnetic. Quality over quantity matters enormously to mature women who have developed their own appreciation for well-made things. They notice when you choose fewer, better pieces rather than accumulating cheap, trendy items. This suggests good judgment and the kind of decision-making that extends to other areas of life. Appropriateness demonstrates social intelligence, which becomes increasingly attractive as people mature and social situations become more complex. Women appreciate men who understand context, who can dress correctly for different situations, and who don't need guidance about what's suitable. Sophistication without pretension is incredibly appealing. This means looking polished and intentional without seeming like you're trying too hard or taking yourself too seriously. The goal is appearing effortlessly put together rather than obviously calculated. The key insight is that sexy for mature men isn't about flash or following the latest trends. It's about projecting competence, quality, and authentic confidence through thoughtful clothing choices. But there's one specific mistake that immediately ages men and kills attraction, and most men don't even realize they're making it. Mistake number 1: dressing like you're still in your 20s. The biggest attraction killer for men over 40 is trying to dress like they're still young, which immediately signals insecurity, poor self-awareness, and inability to embrace their current advantages. Women can spot this mistake instantly, and it consistently works against you rather than for you. This shows up in several ways that might seem harmless but actually communicate that you're uncomfortable with your age or don't understand what's appropriate for your life stage. Wearing clothing clearly designed for much younger demographics is the most obvious version. Graphic tees with juvenile messages, sneakers that belong in a skateboard park, or trends that are obviously marketed to college-age men. Following youth-oriented trends blindly without considering whether they work for your age, body, or lifestyle sends the message that you don't have your own sense of style or confidence in your choices. Women find this lack of self-assurance unattractive, especially in mature men who should theoretically have figured themselves out by now. Trying to recreate outfits from your youth often backfires because your body, your life, and social expectations have all changed. The leather jacket and ripped jeans that made you look edgy at 25 might make you look like you're having a midlife crisis at 45. Overdoing casual wear in situations that call for more sophistication can make you seem oblivious to social cues or unwilling to make appropriate effort. This includes wearing athletic wear to non-athletic situations, choosing overly casual pieces for dates or social events, or generally dressing down when the situation calls for stepping up. Women consistently say they're more attracted to men who seem comfortable with their current age and life stage, rather than men who are obviously trying to turn back the clock. This doesn't mean dressing old or conservative. It means dressing like a confident, successful man who knows who he is. The alternative approach that women find genuinely sexy is embracing age-appropriate sophistication while still being contemporary and interesting. This means choosing pieces that reflect your maturity and success while still being current and stylish. Think of it as dressing like the accomplished, experienced man you are, rather than trying to cosplay as your younger self. Women are attracted to authenticity and confidence, not attempts to recreate who you used to be. But avoiding youthful mistakes isn't enough. You also need to understand what actually creates attraction. What women actually find irresistible: sophisticated masculinity. When women describe what they find sexiest about how mature men dress, they consistently mention elements that showcase sophisticated masculinity, the kind of refined, confident presence that can only come with experience and self-knowledge. Well-fitted clothing that clearly shows you understand your body and how to enhance it is universally attractive. This doesn't mean tight or showing off. It means clothing that fits your current physique properly and creates flattering proportions. Women can immediately tell when a man knows how clothes should fit versus when he's guessing or wearing the wrong size. This attention to fit suggests body awareness, investment in your appearance, and the kind of detail orientation that women find attractive in other areas of life. It also shows you care enough about how you present yourself to make the effort to get things right. Quality fabrics and construction communicate success, good taste, and long-term thinking. Women notice the difference between cheap clothing and quality pieces, even if they can't articulate exactly what makes the difference. Quality clothing drapes better, lasts longer, and suggests you make thoughtful purchasing decisions. You don't need to spend enormous amounts of money, but investing in fewer, better pieces rather than accumulating cheap alternatives shows wisdom and sophistication that women find appealing. Classic pieces with contemporary touches hit the perfect balance of timeless sophistication with current relevance. This might mean a well-tailored blazer in a modern cut, classic leather shoes in updated styles, or traditional pieces styled in fresh ways. This approach shows you understand both timeless style principles and current trends without being a slave to either. Women appreciate men who can navigate this balance because it suggests adaptability and good judgment. Attention to grooming and detail separates sophisticated men from those who are just wearing nice clothes. This includes proper fit, clothes that are clean and well-maintained, appropriate accessories, and grooming that matches the effort put into clothing choices. Women notice when all elements work together harmoniously versus when someone got some things right but neglected others. The overall impression should be polished and intentional rather than accidental or incomplete. Confidence in your choices shows through when you wear pieces that clearly feel authentic to your personality and lifestyle. Women can sense when clothing choices feel genuine versus when someone is wearing what they think they should wear rather than what actually works for them. But understanding what's attractive isn't enough if you're making critical mistakes with specific clothing categories. The specific pieces that create attraction. Let's break down the exact clothing categories and pieces that women consistently mention as being most attractive on mature men, along with how to choose and wear them for maximum impact. The foundation: well-fitted shirts. Quality button-down shirts are consistently mentioned as one of the sexiest pieces on mature men. Women love the versatility, the masculine lines, and the suggestion of competence and success that comes with a man who knows how to wear a proper shirt. The key is fit. Shirts should follow your torso without being tight, with proper shoulder fit being absolutely crucial. The sleeves should end at your wrist bone, and the length should be appropriate for wearing tucked or untucked depending on the style and occasion. Choose classic colors like white, light blue, and subtle patterns in quality fabrics. Cotton and cotton blends in good weights feel substantial and look expensive while being practical for regular wear. Elevated bottoms, beyond basic jeans. While jeans have their place, women consistently find well-fitted chinos, quality dress pants, and premium denim more attractive than basic casual pants. These pieces suggest attention to detail and investment in your appearance without being overly formal. Dark chinos in navy, charcoal, or olive are incredibly versatile and can work for everything from casual dates to business casual situations. The fit should be modern without being trendy. Clean lines through the leg without being skinny or baggy. Quality dark jeans in premium denim can be very attractive when fitted properly and styled appropriately, but they should look like intentional choices rather than default casual wear. Outerwear that commands respect, blazers, sport coats, and quality jackets are consistently mentioned as extremely attractive on mature men. These pieces instantly elevate any outfit while projecting competence and sophistication. A navy blazer in a modern cut is one of the most versatile and attractive pieces you can own. It works with jeans for elevated casual looks, with chinos for business casual, and with dress pants for more formal occasions. Quality leather jackets, when chosen appropriately for your age and styled correctly, can be incredibly attractive because they suggest confidence and a hint of edge without looking like you're trying to recapture your youth. Footwear that grounds your look. Quality leather shoes are non-negotiable for creating attraction. Women immediately notice shoes and often judge overall style competence based on footwear choices. Cheap, worn out, or inappropriate shoes can undermine even the best clothing choices. Classic leather dress shoes in brown or black work for more formal situations, while quality leather casual shoes or premium sneakers work for relaxed contexts. The key is matching the formality level of your shoes to the rest of your outfit. Boots, whether dress boots, casual boots, or quality work-inspired styles, can be very attractive because they suggest masculinity and practicality while still being sophisticated. But having the right pieces isn't enough if you don't understand how to combine them effectively. The art of elevated casual. Dressing down without dumbing down. One of the most challenging aspects of dressing attractively as a mature man is mastering elevated casual, looking relaxed and approachable while still projecting sophistication and competence. This is where many men go wrong by either being too formal or too sloppy. The key to elevated casual is combining comfortable, relaxed pieces with thoughtful details and quality construction. This creates looks that are appropriate for casual situations while still suggesting that you understand style and make good choices. A perfect example is pairing well-fitted dark jeans with a quality button-down shirt and leather shoes. This combination is relaxed enough for casual situations, but polished enough to suggest sophistication and attention to detail. Layering adds sophistication without formality. A simple t-shirt under an open button-down creates visual interest and suggests thought went into the outfit. A lightweight sweater over a collared shirt works for slightly cooler weather while maintaining the elevated casual aesthetic. The key to successful layering is ensuring all pieces fit properly and work together rather than competing with each other. Women notice when layering looks intentional versus when it looks accidental or sloppy. Quality casual pieces make all the difference in elevated casual looks. A premium t-shirt in a good cut and quality fabric looks completely different from a basic tee, even though both serve the same basic function. Women can tell the difference even if they can't articulate exactly what makes one look better. This applies to all casual pieces. Quality polo shirts, well-made casual pants, premium casual shoes. The upgrade in materials and construction is immediately apparent and suggests good taste and willingness to invest in your appearance. Context awareness is crucial for elevated casual. The same outfit that's perfect for weekend activities might be inappropriate for evening social events, or vice versa. Understanding when to adjust your level of formality shows social intelligence that women find attractive. Accessories can elevate or ruin casual looks. A quality watch, appropriate belt, or subtle accessories can add sophistication to casual outfits. However, over-accessorizing or choosing accessories that don't match the formality level can make you look confused about the dress code. But mastering casual elegance is only part of the equation. You also need to understand when and how to dress up appropriately. Dressing up without looking stuffy. Formal done right. Many mature men either avoid dressing up entirely or approach formal wear in ways that make them look dated or uncomfortable rather than sophisticated and attractive. Understanding how to dress up appropriately for your age is crucial for creating attraction in situations that call for more formality. Modern formal wear for mature men should look current and comfortable rather than stiff or overly traditional. This means understanding contemporary cuts and styling while respecting the requirements of formal situations. Suits should fit your current body properly rather than being too loose, which ages you, or too tight, which can look inappropriate. The jacket should fit well through the shoulders with appropriate suppression through the waist, and the pants should have a clean line without being skinny. Quality over flash always wins in formal situations. A well-made suit in a classic color like navy or charcoal will always be more attractive than an expensive suit in an attention-grabbing color or pattern. Women appreciate understated elegance over obvious displays. Details matter enormously in formal wear. Proper fit, quality shirts, appropriate ties, and well-maintained dress shoes all contribute to an overall impression of competence and sophistication. Neglecting any element can undermine the entire look. Comfort and confidence should never be sacrificed for formality. If you're uncomfortable in your formal wear, it shows, and discomfort is never attractive. Make sure your formal pieces fit well enough that you can move naturally and feel confident throughout the event. Contemporary styling keeps formal wear from looking dated. This might mean slimmer, but not skinny cuts, more modern colors and accessories, or styling details that feel current rather than traditional. Versatile, formal pieces that can work across multiple situations are more valuable than very specific items that only work in limited contexts. A quality navy suit can work for business, social events, and formal occasions with appropriate styling adjustments. But even perfect formal wear won't create attraction if you're neglecting the crucial details that complete your overall impression. The details that drive women wild: grooming and accessories. The difference between looking good and being genuinely attractive often comes down to the details: grooming, accessories, and finishing touches that either complete a polished impression or reveal that you don't understand how everything works together. Grooming standards become more important with age, not less. Women expect mature men to understand proper grooming and to maintain standards that reflect their life stage and the effort they put into their clothing choices. This means haircuts that are current and flattering for your age, facial hair that's well-maintained and intentional, and overall grooming that looks like it receives appropriate attention. Neglecting grooming while investing in clothing sends mixed messages that women find unattractive. Skincare matters more than most men realize. Women notice skin quality, and taking basic care of your skin suggests self-respect and attention to detail. This doesn't mean complicated routines, but it does mean basic cleanliness and moisturizing that keeps you looking healthy and vital. Accessories should enhance rather than dominate. A quality watch, appropriate belt, and well-chosen eyewear can add significant sophistication to any outfit. However, over-accessorizing or choosing accessories that don't match your outfit's formality level can make you look confused or trying too hard. The key is choosing accessories that work with your lifestyle and personal style, rather than accumulating pieces because they're supposed to be impressive. Women prefer authenticity over obvious attempts to impress through expensive accessories. Scent should be subtle and appropriate. Quality fragrance, applied correctly, can be incredibly attractive. However, too much cologne or inappropriate scent choices can be repelling rather than attracting. The goal is enhancement, not announcement. Maintenance and care of your clothing and accessories shows attention to detail and respect for quality possessions. Clean, pressed clothes, well-maintained shoes, and accessories that are kept in good condition all contribute to an impression of competence and care. Consistency across all details creates a polished overall impression. When grooming, accessories, and clothing all reflect the same level of care and attention, the overall effect is much stronger than when some elements are perfect and others are neglected. But all these details are meaningless if you don't understand the psychological aspects of what makes mature men attractive. The confidence factor. Why authenticity is the ultimate attraction. The most important element in dressing attractively as a mature man isn't any specific clothing item or style approach. It's the confidence that comes from making choices that feel authentic to who you are and appropriate for your current life stage. Authenticity trumps everything else when it comes to attraction. Women can immediately sense when your clothing choices feel genuine versus when you're trying to project an image that doesn't match your personality or lifestyle. The most attractive approach is one that enhances your natural advantages rather than trying to create advantages you don't have. This means being honest about your body, your lifestyle, your age, and your goals when making clothing choices. Fighting against these realities always looks less attractive than working with them strategically. Self-knowledge becomes increasingly attractive with age. Women are drawn to men who seem to understand themselves, their preferences, their strengths, their appropriate place in the world. This shows through clothing choices that seem considered and intentional rather than random or imitative. Comfort with your age and life stage is incredibly attractive to mature women who have their own appreciation for experience and sophistication. Trying to look or act younger than you are typically backfires because it suggests insecurity about your current advantages. Quality decision-making in clothing choices suggests quality decision-making in other areas of life. When women see that you make thoughtful, appropriate choices about how to present yourself, they extrapolate that you probably make good decisions about other important matters. Consistency between your personality and your presentation creates a compelling overall impression. When how you dress aligns with who you are authentically, everything feels more natural and attractive than when there's a disconnect between inner and outer presentation. The confidence to make individual choices rather than following trends or copying what works for other people is attractive because it suggests independence and self-assurance. Women appreciate men who seem to make their own decisions based on their own criteria. But understanding the confidence factor is only valuable if you know how to implement it practically. Your attractive style action plan. Here's exactly how to develop a style approach that women find genuinely attractive based on everything we've discussed. Week 1. Honest assessment. Look at your current wardrobe honestly. What pieces make you feel confident and authentic versus what pieces feel like you're trying to be someone else? What fits properly versus what's clearly the wrong size? What looks quality versus what looks cheap or worn out? Week 2. Define your style goals. Consider your lifestyle, the impression you want to create, and the women you want to attract. Are you looking for professional credibility, social confidence, dating success, or all of the above? Your style approach should align with your actual goals. Week 3. Foundation building. Invest in 2 to 3 key pieces that will form the foundation of your attractive wardrobe. This might be a quality blazer, well-fitted pants, and a great shirt. Focus on fit, quality, and versatility rather than trying to build a complete wardrobe immediately. Week 4. Styling practice. Learn to combine your pieces effectively for different situations. Practice creating elevated casual looks, appropriate formal looks, and everything in between. Pay attention to how different combinations make you feel and how others respond. Month 2. Detail refinement. Focus on accessories, grooming, and finishing touches. Invest in quality shoes, appropriate accessories, and upgrade your grooming routine to match the effort you're putting into your clothing choices. Month 3. Confidence building. Wear your improved style consistently and pay attention to how it affects your confidence and others' responses. Adjust based on what works in your actual life rather than theoretical style rules. Ongoing, continuous improvement. Continue making small improvements based on feedback, changing needs, and evolving preferences. The goal is continuous refinement rather than dramatic overnight changes. Conclusion. The power of mature masculine style. The right approach to dressing as a mature man won't just make you look better, it will make you feel more confident and help you present the most attractive version of yourself to the women who matter to you. When you understand what mature women actually find sexy and dress accordingly, everything becomes easier because you're working with your natural advantages rather than against them. The most attractive men over 40 aren't trying to look younger or copying what works for men half their age. They're embracing what makes mature masculinity irresistible: confidence, sophistication, quality, and the kind of authentic presence that only comes with experience and self-knowledge. Understanding what women actually find attractive helps you make strategic choices based on real feedback rather than guessing or following advice that wasn't designed for your age and life stage. This knowledge gives you the confidence to develop a style that feels authentic while creating genuine attraction. The goal isn't to become someone else or to follow rigid rules, it's to present the most compelling version of who you already are. When your style choices enhance your natural maturity, confidence, and sophistication rather than fighting against them, that authenticity becomes magnetic to women who appreciate what you have to offer. If you found these insights helpful and want more guidance on developing authentic attraction through style that works for your life, hit that subscribe button. I'm here to help you understand what actually creates attraction rather than what just looks good in theory. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to dressing attractively as a mature man? Maybe it's knowing what pieces to invest in, understanding how to balance casual and formal, or developing the confidence to make choices that feel authentic to you. Let me know in the comments below. Your questions help me create content that addresses the real challenges mature men face. Remember, the sexiest thing you can wear is confidence in choices that are appropriate for who you are right now. When you stop trying to dress like someone else and start dressing like the most attractive version of yourself, that authenticity and self-assurance becomes genuinely irresistible to women who appreciate maturity, sophistication, and authentic masculine confidence.